Hey guys, Jake here. Let's talk about circles. Now, if you've been playing Minecraft, this is probably the first thing you built. Big old cobblestone square. And that got boring after a while, so you tried to build some diamonds. But they're just sideways squares. So, let's talk about circles. Now, just letting you guys know, the reason why it's iron and pumpkins is very scientific. I chose the iron blocks because it gives a nice grid shape so you can see it in the background. And the pumpkins are because you can actually count them really, really easily because of the little stem in the middle. I actually did a survey of a total of 3 people. So, that's definitive. The watermelons that are used to denote the center, I just like watermelons. Alright, as you can see, square, that's a 1 diameter circle. 3 diameter, another square. Now we're getting 5, looks a little better. 7, it's still kind of not there. 9, and so on and so forth, up to 21, I think is what I have here. And they start to look real good, especially from far away. Now, all these on this side are odd circles, and that's what I use almost exclusively. Very rarely do I have to use these even circles. A lot of builders will suggest that you only work with odd numbers, and there's a reason for that, but I'll talk about that in a later show. But here's the evens if you want to see them. You can pause the video at any time. Hopefully it's easy to count, but I'm not here to teach you how to make every single circle. There's plenty of Google image searches out there that you can make for these things. But once you get your circle skills down, you can start making some better towers. But what about their horizontal cousin, the tunnel? This will really add something to your mine shaft. But you don't even have to stop there. What about a big old tree? Little circle coming out of the tree. That little 3x3 square. Bridge arch. I think you can even use circles to help curve your rivers. That one isn't done very well. It's not a very good example. Now let's talk about actually making them in your survival world, because you won't always have a grid and you won't even always have an opportunity to step back and look at it. So what I do is I count them off in kind of a rhythmic way. So, for example, this one, I'll say 7, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 7. And then that just kind of gets stuck in my head. The next one is 7, 2, 1, 1, 2, 7. A lot of times, if there's a middle, like this middle one here, I'll really drive that home. So it'll be 7, 2, 1, 1, 2, 7. Just so I know that at that point I'm turning around going the other direction. Now, sometimes you'll run into this little area here that doesn't fit in. I call that a V because from the side it looks like a V. So I would count this off. 5, 2, V, 2, 5. So let's go ahead and make that real quick, like we're in survival. Now, another thing I suggest doing is having 2 different color blocks so you don't confuse yourself later when you're putting in the corners. So, let's start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch to another block. 1, 2. Switch to another block. V. And that also means I'm switching the other way. Another block. 1, 2. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again. 1, 2. I know this is getting a little boring. To the V. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, V, if I can select the right block. Anyway, I think you get the idea. And that way you can just go back through later, knock out all the cobblestone, and you have yourself a really nice sandstone circle. You can make towers, if you go vertically, tunnels, falling over logs, like I said, the bridge arches, like anything you can think of. Let's see, what do we got over here? Oh, it's the spoiler alert hole. See what we got next episode. Now, before you unsubscribe, it's really simple math. It'll help you understand circles a whole lot better. You'll learn some tricks, and you might even impress your geometry teacher. So stay tuned for that.